Good morning in the kitchen again. People ask me, what are you doing? A cooking show? No, I'm not doing a cooking show. It's just that this is actually the best time for me to talk with you because the rest of the morning is in transit on the train into Washington. Once I hit the ground there, we've always got stuff already in motion for me. So after the beginning of my day here in prayer and little devotional reading, and then cooking breakfast. This is the best time for me to talk to you about what's coming down the pike here. And of course, the big news is the hearings for President Obama's nominee to the Supreme Court, Judge Sonia Sotomayor, will begin July the 13th. That leaves us very little time, actually, to get ready for it. We're going to gear up and do quite a bit surrounding that confirmation hearing, which will probably last a week. The 13th is a Monday. It'll probably take the better part of that week. And during that week, we will be both sending messages to our own people, you included, of course, but also to the nation at large about the importance of this. Any nomination to the Supreme Court is of enormous consequence. It's one of the most important exercises that we go through as a country. And of course, it defines the third branch, I call it. It's not really in order of importance, just the judicial branch, the co-equal branch of our federal government. Remember, our federal government is divided into three segments, three co-equal branches that keep one another accountable, or at least theoretically they do. The executive branch, the president, and all of his staff and agencies, and then the legislative branch, which is the two houses of Congress, the House of Representatives, 435 members, the United States Senate, 100 members. They make the law representing you and your interests and the interests of the country. And then the judicial branch, which is epitomized, headed, if you will, by the Supreme Court, but includes many hundreds and hundreds of lower federal courts throughout the country. And the judicial branch, of course, is there to interpret the meaning of the law and how it's to be applied. Again, theoretically, okay, there's my gluten-free waffle is done. So I get a little bit of carb here with my eggs. This, of course, helps define the judicial branch whenever we seat a new justice. Now, people have asked me, are you going to oppose or endorse Justice Sotomayor? Well, really, it wouldn't be a person like me endorsing or opposing, but we are not going to do that in this instance. We are neither going to endorse nor are we going to oppose this nominee. What we are going to do is pray for her, her family, her advisors. We're going to pray for the president who chose her and all the individuals at the White House who are now working with her. We're going to pray for those connected to the United States Senate. Sometimes they are sitting U.S. senators. Sometimes they are former senators or others who have been close to the Senate that will shepherd her through, actually be her professional escort, if you will, in the sense of, gee, that doesn't sound good, does it? Okay, let me choose better words. Be her sponsor and primary counselor in helping her negotiate the very difficult world, navigate the highly charged political environment of the Senate. And then, of course, there's the Judiciary Committee that will investigate and actually pose questions to her during the hearing itself, the public hearing. And then the entire United States Senate, who will then deliberate and cast a vote on whether to confirm her, whether to consent to the president's nomination and seat her or not. It's expected now they will, but that's conventional wisdom. Sometimes things change. But we will do our part in leading in prayer, because there's nothing more important we can do. Certainly, there's a lot of things we can do as part of this process. But the most important thing we can do is pray. And that's what we will pray. And we will pray principally the words Jesus Christ himself gave us to pray. Thy will be done on earth. Thy will be done in this hearing process. Thy will be done in the confirmation process. Thy will be done at the Supreme Court of the United States. Sometimes God surprises us with his will, and his will can be for good and for blessing, or for chastisement and correction. And that has to do often with our national leaders. So read the Bible record on that. I've overstayed my welcome. I will check in with you again tomorrow. See you then.